Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with y'all what I'm packing in my hospital bag and how I'm packing it. I also have a cute little hospital bag checklist for you. So if you are needing something like this, it will be linked down in the description box. It's free. You can just print it out yourself at home, have a checklist for you and baby, and then all the extra miscellaneous stuff that you might need. Some of the things on my list you may not want, they're just specific to me, but I will have an area on this list where you can write in your own extras if you want to. So definitely check that out. Before we get started though, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you here in my little Soul Tribe Mama family. And without further ado, let's get started on this hospital bag. Okay, first up on the list is always for mama. I always start for me first because we need the most things, okay? That's just how it goes. So we're gonna start with clothing first. The first thing I would bring is a delivery robe or just a comfy robe. Now I ended up buying a robe from Pink Blush because I had wanted one for so long, and you can still wear it when you're not pregnant. It's so comfortable. I totally recommend this if you don't have one already. I will have most of this stuff linked down below unless, you know, I can't find a link or something, but as much as I can, I will have linked down below if you guys want these specific items. Another thing I want to talk about is when I pack my bag, I am using these little suitcase organizer bags that I got from Amazon earlier this year. We went on a family trip and I wanted to try to keep everybody's clothes kind of organized, and it makes more room in the suitcase. So I definitely recommend getting you one of these. The pack comes with, I think, like 5 or 6 different size bags. It's just a really good thing to have, y'all. So in this first bag is where my delivery robe is. I'm gonna open this up, show y'all what I've got in this bag. So this is the delivery robe that I chose, and they have tons of other prints and colors. This is so beautiful. I love the lace detail on the arms and the bottom. And then of course it ties on the side and in the front. Very comfy, very pretty. And I may or may not wear this while I deliver, but I'll at least have it on when I get to the hospital, maybe in the room, or at least after I've had the baby and I just want to have that around me. It's easy to open up, so that way when you're breastfeeding, you don't have to worry about pulling a shirt up or anything. You can just open the robe up, have your nursing bra on, pull that down, and be able to breastfeed. So I definitely recommend having a robe on hand. Next thing in this bag is going to be my nursing tank or cami. This is optional because some people don't really like nursing tanks. Some people just want a regular tank top that they can just pull down, which is fine. I've done both. I've had the nursing tank and I've also had just a regular tank top over my nursing bra. But if you don't want to wear double layers and you just want to wear the tank, these are great because it acts as a nursing bra with the little clips here. It does have some padding in here, and then it's long enough to cover your belly and be comfortable. And then of course the straps are adjustable as well. So I definitely grabbed one of these. A lot of this stuff is brand new, so I still have tags on it. I got this at Target. This is the Auden brand. I love this brand. I buy a lot of their stuff from Target. They have really, really nice night nursing bras, I guess is what you would call them. They're just an easier bra to put on and be able to pull to the side at night when you're breastfeeding instead of having to unclip anything. But I just got the plain black, and I only have one of these nursing tanks. One nursing tank would be good, or at least one tank top. Next thing I have in here, I recommend bringing 2 nursing bras with you. You're not gonna be changing a whole lot. You may only wear the one nursing bra the whole time you're there, depending on how long you're there. It also obviously depends on if you're having a C-section or a vaginal birth. All of that depends. That's why I recommend 2, just in case you need an extra one. You're gonna be there a couple more days than you thought you were, and you don't wanna wear the same one. It's starting to feel gross. At least have 2 on hand. So these 2, this is not a nursing bra. This is something I found at TJ Maxx, which again, I recommend shopping at Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls for these. This came in a 2-pack. It's just a regular, lightweight, like cami bra. It does have a little bit of padding in the front, which is nice, and it is removable. All the pads are removable. But I love the ribbing on this color, and then I'm actually wearing the other one, and the other one is just black. So these are really stretchy, so it's really easy to pull down or pull over your shoulder if you need to breastfeed. Definitely recommend one of these just because they're so comfy. And then this is the one I was talking about from Auden. That's like the night nursing bra. Kind of the same thing as this last one I showed you, except for it has the V in the front so that this part really opens up and able to pull down. But again, very, very comfortable. You're not having to deal with anything, any clips or anything like that. Just comfy bras. So again, 2 nursing bras in your hospital bag. Now I'm gonna move on to underwear. People have their own opinion on this when you're delivering. A lot of people are like, well, I wouldn't bring any underwear because you don't wanna get blood all over them. And to be honest, this is my 4th baby, and my last 3 babies, I never ever put on the mesh underwear they gave me. I brought my own tight boy shorts or tight brief underwear, making sure that it was tight to my body so that when I put that big pad on, it's really up close to my skin. I didn't have to worry about it leaking out. And to be honest, none of my underwear got stained for the first week or 2 that I had worn them with those big pads and was bleeding. I never had a problem with that. But if you are worried about that, don't fret, it's okay. You can, a lot of people buy adult diapers, which is fine. I have never done that before, but I've heard that it works really well. But Frida Mom came out with their own line of mesh undies, and these, y'all, I'm actually willing to try because they're very stretchy, very thick. They're gonna hold everything up and hold everything in, whereas the hospital ones they give you are so big and they're so thin, you have to like double and triple up. I've heard people say, again, I've never done this. Once I found these, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring a pair with me and just see how I like it. But then I also grabbed some super tight, high-waisted boy shorts. Again, really thick material, tight. I'm bringing the black, obviously, because just in case, if I do end up getting blood on them, black, you're not gonna be able to see it. I'll be able to get it out, it's no big deal. But I bought these again at Ross that came in a 3-pack. And then I'm also bringing just some regular old black brief underwear, just plain old cotton with some stretch in them. But again, they're tight enough to my body that I know once I put the pad on and everything else that has to go on down there, it's gonna stay up and on my body. I'm not gonna have loose anywhere to where like blood could leak out or something. For myself, I'm bringing 1 brief underwear, 1 boy short, and 1 of the Frida Mom mesh underwear to try. And then just depending on how I feel while I'm there, then I'll choose that. If anything, I would bring the boy shorts. If you didn't want to bring all of that, if you're not even sure that you want to bring any underwear because you want to use the mesh, I recommend at least bringing 1 pair just in case, because if you hate them and you have nothing else to wear, that would suck. But if you're gonna bring at least 1, definitely bring a really nice tight boy short with you so that it's a lot of coverage. Next thing is some postpartum leggings. Now, you may not want to wear leggings at all. Again, it's just how you're gonna feel after you have the baby. Some people like to wear something really tight afterwards. Some people just wanna wear a gown or a sleep shirt, even a dress to come home in. These are mainly for me to come home in. I'm probably only gonna wear my postpartum leggings when we leave the hospital, just to feel comfortable and again, feel like everything is being held up and held in. I have, on past deliveries, worn my leggings in the hospital room just because it felt so secure. So these I actually found on Amazon. They were only like $20 and they look super tiny, y'all. But I had read the reviews that said that when they came, everybody was like, oh my gosh, these are way too small. But I guess they stretch out a ton, and the waist, they're super high-waisted. They are meant for postpartum, so that this waist part is super thick and high-waisted so that it holds everything in right there, makes you feel nice and secure. And again, it's very thick and tight on the legs, but they are really stretchy. We will see how these work. I'm actually really excited to see how this works. I might even bring a pair of my other postpartum leggings that I've already worn and know, fit me just fine, just in case these are too tight on me or I can't pull them up. But I do recommend at least bringing 1 pair of postpartum leggings or super high-waisted leggings. So all of those things fit, including my little robe, which Now it's gonna look all janky because I took everything out. But all of those things fit in this bag. Now on to my next one. This is a little bit tighter because I have one big piece of clothing in here, which is why it looks so tight and smushed in there. But again, I love these things. So I do recommend bringing a cardigan with you, and you may or may not wear it, just depends. Again, most of these clothing, you don't really know what you're gonna wanna wear and how you're gonna feel, if you're gonna be cold, if you're gonna be too hot, if you want something tight on, or if you want something loose on. Even though I've had 4 kids, I still don't know. I mean, there were times that I wanted looser clothes, and there were times that I wanted to wear tight clothes. There were times that I didn't wear any clothes at all except for my underwear and my bras. It just depends on how you're feeling, which is why I always recommend at least bringing one of all of those things. I'd rather be more prepared than be there wishing I would have brought something and I didn't. And with COVID going on, they're not allowing, you know, like your husband to leave, to go home, to grab things and come back. And so I want to be prepared. I want to make sure that I have at least one of all of these things so that if I do want it, I have no problems. It's all with me. Again, why I recommend having some kind of storage system, because you don't want to bring in like 3 bags. You want to try to stick to one bag for all of your things, especially for your husband. It makes it a lot easier for them to lug up their 1 bag, maybe 2, including their bag, without feeling like they have to do like 3 trips to the car. Definitely recommend that. So like I said, I would bring a cardigan. This is one of the newer ones from Target. It's super soft and comfy. It's kind of like the cable knit material. And even though this is a light color, like I said, I have never had problems with blood getting on my clothes. I don't own one pair or one piece of clothing that I wore in the hospital that has blood on it. But again, that's just me. If you're worried about that, bring a black cardigan or something old that you know you're like, well, if anything happens to it, it's no big deal. But I definitely recommend a cardigan, just something comfy to have. You could even wear this as your going home outfit with your postpartum leggings and your tank top or something like that. That would be comfy as well. You know you're having your baby in the fall or winter months, definitely bring a cardigan. Next thing on here is a sweatshirt. And the only reason that I have a sweatshirt is because this is what I'm going to wear home. I will wear my postpartum leggings and my comfy made to mother sweatshirt. This thing is actually very lightweight. It's not a super thick sweatshirt. So even if it is, you know, in the 70s, I can still wear a sweatshirt. And again, I just want to be comfortable on my way home with my baby. I'm not trying to get dressed up, but I also don't want to wear my robe home or something like that, or my pajamas. So that's why I chose a sweatshirt. This is optional. You don't have to have a sweatshirt unless you're like me and you love sweatshirts, which I do. I would wear a sweatshirt every single day, 24/7 if I could. I just love them. So I knew I was going to want to bring one with me. At least if I don't wear it in the hospital, at least I'm going to wear this on my way home. Next thing in this bag is my belly wrap. I will have this one linked down below because it is from Amazon. I think it cost me like $20, maybe $25. And this one is awesome, y'all. So the ones that I've had in the past were just the regular one piece that you wrap around the belly. And the thing I hated about those was that I always felt like they were too short. And if you have any kind of torso, you're gonna feel like you're spilling out the bottom or spilling out the top with your belly. And your belly is not gonna go down that quick. All that extra skin and tummy that still needs to go down is gonna start like pushing through the bottom and the top. So when I found this one, I was like, yes, I have to try this. It comes with 3 pieces. I'm only bringing 2 of them because the 3rd piece is for your pelvis, and I don't really want to wear that in the hospital. I'm not going to be wearing that, at least not until, you know, a couple weeks after I've had baby. But the first thing I want to wear is going to be the tummy one. And then this is kind of like the waist one. So they have one that you put on the tummy that goes kind of high, and then one that goes lower. So it covers a lot of area. And the reason that I would bring this and not wait to wear it till you get home, and I've done this with every single one of my pregnancies, you are not gonna feel secure. Your back is gonna feel weak. Your stomach is definitely gonna feel weak because there's no baby in there and you have no ab muscles yet. You're just gonna feel like you can't hold your body up. And so this is not necessarily only for, oh, I want my tummy to go down. It's actually to help you feel like you can breathe, like you can sit up straight, and it's not hurting your back. It's not making you uncomfortable. I definitely recommend bringing a belly band with you or a belly wrap. And of course, you don't have to wear it the whole time you're there. That's up to you. Some people put it on immediately and leave it on for 2 weeks. I have done that as well before. And some people put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. Whatever you feel most comfortable in is fine, but I do recommend at least bringing one just for that whole point of feeling secure, feeling like you can breathe, feeling like you can hold yourself up without having any problems. So again, I will have this one linked down below, and it's kind of crazy because it's 3 pieces. It looks like this contraption, like this huge thing. To me, this is like great quality. I think this is gonna work really, really well. Next thing I have in here is a wrap sweater. And what I mean by a wrap sweater is one of those super low, if you guys can see, it wraps in the front, but it's like a super low cut. I like these sweaters, especially in the fall and winter, which I'm bringing it with me just in case I get cold in the room, but it's obviously not cold enough yet here in Texas for me to wear this all the time. But again, I wanna bring it just in case I'm in the mood that day and I want to be warmer and I want to have that soft, cozy feel. I can wear this if I want, but I love this low V because it's open. So again, if you're breastfeeding, all you have to do is kind of pull that to the side, pull your nursing bra down and be able to breastfeed, no big deal. But your arms are covered, your shoulders are covered, you're still warm, you're not having to like huddle up in a blanket. I do love this. Again, this one is optional. You do not have to bring this if you don't want, because if you have a cardigan or you have a robe, you really don't need this. Just in case, I definitely wanted to bring mine. Okay, next thing, these 2 things are the most important, all right? Because those things are cute and they're comfy, and a lot of that is more for like going home outfit, or maybe even wearing that to the hospital before you change into your robe or your whatever it is you're gonna wear to deliver. But you are going to want some button-down pajamas. First one I have here is the button-down pajama. It is a long sleeve. You can find these in short sleeve as well. But this is the button-down pajama dress or sleep shirt, whichever one you wanna call that. But it's 1 piece, it buttons all the way down, and then that way you can unbutton it to breastfeed. But I have also worn these to deliver in. My last baby, I think my last 2 babies, I put this on immediately before they hooked me up with all the IVs so that I could have this on, and that way it was totally unbuttoned when I delivered. But then afterwards, and once baby's done skin to skin and everything else, all I had to do was just button it back up, and I didn't have to worry about all these IVs on me and wanting to change my clothes or any of that kind of stuff. Definitely recommend bring 1 of the button-down dress PJs, and then also bring 1 of the button-down shorts or pants set PJs. So these are the shorts to the PJ set, and then this is a short sleeve one, and it's just like the other one, super lightweight, but it buttons down the front so you can open it if you need to breastfeed. These I will probably be living in when I get home from the hospital. I will be wearing these at all times. I also have another one that's like a leopard. That is a pant set with a button-down shirt. I wanted to bring the shorts because I already have my leggings, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, if I do get too hot in there, at least I have something comfy to wear, and I've got shorts to wear with that. Definitely want to bring at least 2 pairs of button-down PJs. And if you're not into the dress thing, then just bring the short set. If you have 2 of those, bring both of them. Okay, last but not least is going to be for your feet. Now, I don't bring shoes at all. I don't wear shoes to the hospital, and I don't bring shoes with me to wear home. The only thing I wear to the hospital and keep with me are slippers. Now, obviously make sure that they're the hard sole slippers so you're not gonna slip anywhere, but they're not too slick. These, again, I got these on Amazon. These are brand new, so I have barely like gotten them worn in yet because my other ones are super gross. I definitely wanted some closed-toed shoe slippers, and these look super comfy. They have like the memory foam on the inside, which is really nice, and of course this nice fluffiness here. I did again find these on Amazon. Almost everything I'm showing y'all today is either Target or Amazon, but I will wear those on the way to the hospital, and then if for some reason I'm gonna be walking around my room and I want shoes on, then I'll put my slippers on, and then when I leave, I will also wear my slippers home. Less, you know, clutter in your suitcase, the better. You don't need to bring a bunch of different shoes or like flip-flops or anything like that. And then you are obviously welcome to bring socks. I don't bring socks. I'm not a socks girl. A lot of people love those like super thick comfy socks because their feet get cold. If you are that person, then make sure that that's on your list so you don't forget to bring socks with you. I am not bringing socks, but if you love socks, definitely have that on your hospital bag checklist. All right, y'all, so that's it for my clothing. Now we're moving on to toiletries. Some people don't use all of these things, but I would always rather be prepared than not prepared. Even though you may only be there a day or two, I really, really recommend buying travel size stuff and not trying to pack a bag with all your full size stuff and saying, well, I don't want to go buy travel size because I'm only going to use it for a day or two, and then what? I promise you, you're going to want to bring the least amount as possible and the smallest amount as possible, because all this stuff ends up adding up in a suitcase, and you don't want to have your husband have to bring up 3 different suitcases because you needed a whole suitcase just for toiletries. This is my toiletries bag. I love this thing. My mother-in-law sent these to me. This is like the bigger size, and then they have a smaller size, but I love it because when you open it, it has 4 little things and they come off. So if I wanted to go in the bathroom and put my makeup on and one has my makeup in it, all I have to do is just take this one with me. I don't have to take the whole bag. Now, obviously makeup is optional. Some women don't wear makeup. They don't put it on in the hospital, and that's fine. If that's you, that's great. I personally like to wear makeup, and if I'm not going to do like, you know, full makeup, at least have something on me to be able to put on either after delivery or maybe beforehand if I didn't get to do my makeup before we got there, if we're going to take pictures or videos or anything like that. The first thing on this list is scrunchies. You're going to want scrunchies or hair ties no matter what, so make sure you have at least one of each. I have one of each. I have a big old scrunchie, a black one in here from Scrunchie Squad. I love them. I have a leopard one as well, and then just a regular hair tie. Next thing you want is your travel size shampoo and conditioner. So I don't actually use this brand at home, but again, I just really need it for one-time use at the hospital. It was like the cheapest one they had for travel size. And again, you may or may not do that. Like maybe you washed your hair that day that you went into labor and you don't need to take a shower, but they are going to give you that option to at least sit in the shower. Every single time I've given birth, I've always sat in the shower and just enjoyed the water running on me, washed off my body, washed my face, and I always end up washing my hair just because I feel gross after delivery and I just want to feel nice and fresh and clean. So make sure that you bring a shampoo and conditioner, and again, like I said, it's only for one-time use, and then I'll just keep this in my house in case, I don't know, one day somebody needs to use it or something, or we need to go on a trip again and I need to have it on hand. Just buy the cheapest one that you can find for travel size to put in your little bag. Next thing, you want to have travel body wash. So I have a travel size body wash in here. You also want to have a travel size body lotion. Some people will say that the hospital air is really dry, so you get really dry skin. It's nice to have some lotion on hand. So find your favorite lotion or just find the cheapest one in the travel size and put that in your bag as well. The other thing I would recommend is a dry shampoo. You just want to get your hair kind of clean without having to wash it and dry it. Then find you a good dry shampoo. I love this stuff so much. And of course, travel size, easy to put anywhere. We cannot go without deodorant, y'all. We got to have the deodorant, and deodorant can be a pretty big size depending on which one you have. So I just grabbed a regular just degree. I don't even know what this one is. Oh, it's actually a men's one, which is fine because I actually use the men's one. I think it's way better, works way better than the women's for some reason. But again, just a small travel size, throw it in my bag, easy to use, easy to keep. Don't have to worry about it taking up too much space. Now, of course, can't forget your teeth. So bringing, I definitely don't buy like a travel size toothbrush. I just bring my regular toothbrush, but I do have a travel size toothpaste in here. And this is great to have too, because if your husband's gonna be with you, you're cutting down on space. You don't need to bring 2 different toothpastes. You already have one for yourself and your hubby ready to go. Now, this part is optional. I like to do this personally, but I would bring a tummy lotion or a tummy oil. So just like you had certain lotions or oils you like to use on your tummy when you were pregnant for stretch marks, either stick with that same one, even though your belly doesn't have a baby in it. It's not going back down immediately. and it's gonna need that moisture for the elasticity in the skin to go back together. So this one I actually have not tried yet, but I'm really excited to try. This is from the brand Bamboobies, which is the same brand that I use for nipple cream. And this is called their Stretch Mark and Scar Balm. Pamper Healing Skin, Scars Fade Away. So, I mean, to me it was like, well, okay, so if it helps with stretch marks and scars, that would be great. But then as long as it's super moisturizing, this is what I need. So once I have baby, I'll rub it on my tummy before I put my belly wrap on, and then obviously after I take a shower and wash my body, I will also put this on my tummy, and then I will keep using this when I get home. If you can find something like this that has to do with stretch marks and scars and healing, might as well try it. Moving on to that same brand, like I said, it's called Boob Ease. This is the organic nipple balm. I love this stuff. I feel like the other brands are just so thick and goopy almost. This is really smooth and it really soaks into your nipples, which just helps so much. Makes it a lot easier to put on. You're not like hurting yourself trying to put this cream on your nipple. You also don't have to wipe it off before baby breastfeeds. It's okay for them to immediately afterwards, if you had to like cluster feed or something, you don't have to constantly wipe off your nipple before they breastfeed. So that's another reason why I really, really love this stuff. Next thing I would bring is a hair towel. This is only if you know you're gonna want to wash your hair at the hospital. They're obviously gonna bring you towels. Their towels are really thin, but you're welcome to bring an extra towel from your home if you want that fluffier feel. I don't really care. Personally, I'm just gonna dry my body off and then be done with it. I do think having one of these little wrap hair towels, again, that's not very big, it's pretty small. You can, you know, roll it up, fold it up pretty small enough to fit in your suitcase, and it doesn't take up too much space. And that way, once I get out of the shower, I can wrap my hair up and I can immediately come out of the bathroom and take care of baby if I need to, or sit down and eat without having a huge towel on my head waiting for my hair to dry. So I do recommend this if you know you're gonna be wanting to take a shower and wash your hair at the hospital. Now this one is also optional. I'm bringing a face mask with me. The one that I have is the TMI Detox Mask. This is the green tea blend. I love this stuff. It's just really, really good for your skin. And again, I may not use this at all, but if I'm gonna take a shower afterwards, I might wanna pamper myself just a little bit after everything that I just went through and put this on my face, make sure that my face is really, really getting clean and getting all the moisture and stuff it needs after going through labor and delivery, especially if I had makeup on during that time. A mask would just be really nice for your skin. So again, like I said, you do not have to bring this. You may be like, what the heck, I would never do that in the hospital, and that's great. But like I said, I don't know for sure if I'll have time or if I'll even want to do this, but if I do, at least I have it with me. Next thing you're gonna wanna bring is razor and chapstick. Your razor is there. For myself, it's gonna be for my armpits because I feel like that hair grows super fast for some reason. But also, let's say you didn't have time to shave and your hair is growing like crazy and you go into labor, you wanted to shave your legs and your armpits, I don't know. You never know. I would definitely recommend having one. Again, of course, chapstick you're gonna want. I love chapstick. I'm a chapstick-aholic, or whatever you wanna call that. But especially because you never know, if your lips are gonna get chapped, you might as well have some chapstick or some kind of lip balm. Next thing you're gonna wanna pack is the Freedom Mom Peri bottle. Now, if you did not get this, this is the Freedom Mom Peri bottle. It comes in this really good little baggie here. And the only difference between this one and the one that they're gonna give you at the hospital is that it has this thing, so it's a lot easier to squirt up there without having to like twist your arm or do it. I don't even know how to explain that, y'all. It's crazy. But they will give you a certain kind of like just squeeze bottle at the hospital to use, and you are totally fine to use that. I used to use it all the time. This is the first time I'm going to be using this one. But the reason being that it's just so convenient is why I want to bring it with me. So if you don't have this, don't worry about it. They're going to give you one at the hospital, not this brand obviously, but they're going to give you a regular Peri bottle, or you do have this on hand, bring it with you. Okay, next thing is bring your prenatals with you. Even though Technically, prenatal is for when you're pregnant and you just had a baby. Your body is gonna need all the vitamins and nutrients that it's lost. So keep your prenatals with you and keep taking them every day the way you were already taking them. Have them on hand, ready to take every day while you're in the hospital. And I also recommend to still take them after you have baby and you're home during postpartum, unless you're switching to like just a regular multivitamin. But if you haven't yet, definitely at least finish your bottle so that you can get those nutrients back into your body. Next thing is Fiber Choice gummies. If you guys have watched any of my past videos that have to do with first, second, third trimester must-haves and things like that, y'all know about these gummies. I seriously love these things. They are amazing. You are constipated all throughout pregnancy, and then you're gonna be even more constipated after you have baby because of all of the things that they have to put, you know, your IV, and if you get the epidural and all of these things. So you are gonna still be constipated, and I have ripped every single time with my kids. So I have stitches, and that is the worst fear, is the first time you have to go number 2 after you've had stitches and had a baby. You're so afraid that the stitches are gonna break because you feel so constipated and you're trying to get it out. So these are great to have. I take these anyways every day to try to keep myself regular, to help with any constipation I already have. And so I'm gonna keep taking them in the hospital to make sure that everything that just stays that way. Again, that's why I recommend this. But the hospital will start giving you stool softeners immediately with your ibuprofen. When they give you your ibuprofen or your pain medicine, they will also give you stool softeners every day to help you make sure that, you know, that first time that you go after having baby is not as bad. Now, these, y'all, I talked about on my Instagram. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, definitely go over there and give me a follow. Say hello while you're there. I will leave my handle here and down below. This company from I Am Nurtured, they have this new product named New Mama, and it's a postnatal vitamin and botanical supplement. This is a citrus flavored drink mix, and it's gonna help with mood, energy, sleep, and lactation, which is why I'm so excited to use this. I have never tried this before. So you guys, if you're following me on Instagram, I'm going to be keeping everybody up to date on there. Through my stories and my posts on how I like this during my postpartum days and after having baby. So this is almost takes the place of like having a multivitamin or a prenatal on top of helping with lactation. We're all gonna have issues trying to get our bodies back on track. You're gonna be tired. You could even have postpartum depression creep in, which I have had twice. And I definitely want to try to do everything I possibly can to not do that, or at least to try to alleviate that as much as possible, which is why I'm really excited to try these. But so it comes in this is the 30-day baggie, and when you open it, there's little like individual packets of powder, and you just pour that in a water bottle. They actually sent me their little water thing, which I'm going to be bringing this with me as well as my water bottle to drink at the hospital. So it's just their regular one, you know, shaker bottle. You put the powder in here with the water, you shake it up and you drink it. And you drink it once to twice a day, I think it is. But again, like I said, it has all the nutrients, all the stuff you're gonna need to put back in your body. They say it helps with lactation, which is great because as your milk starts coming in, you're gonna wanna make sure that it's either coming in well or staying up. And of course, if you have all these vitamins in your system, then you're giving that to your baby through your breast milk. It's a win-win, y'all. But also the biggest one for me is postpartum. I really want to see if this helps with my moods and my postpartum after having baby. So I am bringing this with me. I'm not bringing this whole bag. I just want to show you all the bag, but I will take out like 2 or 3 of these little packets out here and put it in my little Toiletries bag so that I have those on hand and I can drink them while I'm at the hospital. Next thing I'm going to bring, I don't have with me to show y'all yet because I'm waiting on it to come in the mail, but it is the liquid IV packets. Now these liquid IV packets like triple your hydration, and 2 reasons why you're going to want that. You are going to be dehydrated because of what you went through. Your body is going to need to replenish. Well, I guess this is 3. And number 3 is breastfeeding. When you're breastfeeding, for one, you need to take in a lot of water and fluids to keep breast milk coming in and keep that flow going. Plus you're gonna feel dehydrated because baby is literally sucking everything out of you. I wanna try these because not all of us can sit and drink jugs and jugs of water all day. Some of us just That's just not us. We just don't like that. If I can multiply my hydration and what I'm intaking by 1 jug of water because of a packet, I'm totally down for that. So I definitely recommend at least trying this out. I think they have, you know, like if it's your first time, I think you can get like 20 or 25% off one of their 30 or 60-day packets. So definitely check that out. I'll have their website linked down below. And then I've also seen it on Amazon, but obviously if you buy through Amazon, you're not going to get any discount or anything like that. So definitely check that out, and I'm excited to try it and see how it works. Next thing I would pack is lactation cookies. These you can buy at Target or Walmart or online. There's also a brand named Milky Mama that I love, and they make actual homemade cookies and brownies fresh, like literally fresh. Bake them and then send them to you. They're so good. But I always get just the oatmeal chocolate chip ones, and they come in like little single packets with like 6 cookies in there. They're just little cookies, and those are just really good to have because again, it's going to help with your milk coming in, but also it's going to have a lot of like nutrients, and it's going to fill your tummy up. So you're going to be needing to eat a lot more, especially as you're breastfeeding. You're going to be hungrier a lot more. So I recommend bringing snacks with you to the hospital. If this was not during COVID, I wouldn't bring snacks because you can get as much food as you want there. You could have your husband leave and go grab you something at all times. But because of COVID, I just want to be prepared. So I'm going to actually bring my own little snack box. For example, I'm bringing some of these different protein bars are really good to have because those are easy to throw in a bag, and just, you know, whenever you need it, just take one out. And then I also love these Nature Valley granola cups. These are the peanut butter chocolate ones. These are really great as well to have. And then I love this, y'all. I eat this like just by the handful. This is the Safe and Fair Food Company birthday cake granola. This stuff is delicious. It is so good. So I'm definitely bringing this with me as well. And then my lactation cookies. So I'll have all of these things to snack on while I'm there. If in between meals I really need something to eat, and obviously I can't send my husband out, you know, to the store to go grab me chips or something, then I have all this on hand and I don't have to worry about it. Now I'm gonna move on to, I have a little section here for grab last minute. The toiletries that I just talked about, and obviously the clothes, are things that you can pack right now. Things that you don't have to use every single day, that you know you can just put in the bag and wait till the day comes that you have to go into labor. Then you're gonna have a list of grab last minute things. These are the things that you cannot really pack right now because you'll be taking it in and out of the bag hundreds of times before you actually go into labor. And who knows if you're gonna remember where you put it. It's not a whole lot of things, but for example, last things that you need to bring are hairbrush, your toothbrush, obviously, your face wash, your face cream or your face moisturizer, makeup, your hair dryer, curling iron or a flat iron. Obviously your hair dryer and your curling iron or your flat iron are only if you know you're gonna be washing your hair there and you wanna style it while you're there. This is a big one, y'all. Bring 2 extra pillows and 1 extra blanket for yourself. You wanna be comfy in that bed, and I've even used my pillows during delivery. So the minute we got there, I put the pillows behind me to be extra comfortable, and then the extra blanket is just for myself in case I get, you know, I get too cold or I don't like the blanket that they gave me and I want to have my blanket from home. Always make sure that you have 2 extra pillows for yourself and 1 extra blanket for yourself. And then the last thing I would bring is the Yeti cup with a straw. If you have a specific cup that you love to drink out of during the day, bring it with you. And again, it's on the grab last minute because of you probably are using it at home and you don't want to have it just sitting in the suitcase waiting for that day to come. If that's the case, then it's on the list. Make sure that you check that off. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna move on to electronics. And again, electronics are gonna be in that category of grab last minute because most of the stuff you use every day. For example, your phone and a phone charger. Obviously we use those every day. You're not gonna just have that sitting in your suitcase. Make sure you grab both those things. And then if you wanna bring your laptop, obviously you gotta bring that and a charger. I'm not gonna be bringing a laptop. I've done it before and I never pulled it out and I never used it. So I know I'm not gonna use it, but if that is you, make sure that you have that on your list and that you check it off as a grab last minute item. And then for me, especially because I wanna vlog, I will have my camera. I need extra batteries for my camera and I need the charger for my batteries for my camera. So all three of those things I will grab last minute. Next thing is a speaker to play music. So if you have a playlist that you want to play while you're in delivery, or even just while you're there the first couple days in the hospital, make sure that you have a portable speaker that you can play, because the hospital is not going to provide anything like that. They don't have anything like that for you to like hook your phone up to, you know, to play music. So if you know you're going to be playing music and you have a playlist ready, make sure you bring the speaker for that. Next thing is going to be a baby sound machine. I didn't bring this with most of my kids. I actually used my phone if I felt like I needed to, but this time I'm totally doing this because the baby shusher is like a miracle worker. So I'm bringing the baby shusher with me, and it's small enough and portable to where I can just throw it in a bag or a diaper bag and bring it with me. So make sure you bring a sound machine as well. All right, y'all, last but not least down here, this says baby checklist. And there's not a whole lot of stuff on here because the hospital pretty much provides everything. So they're gonna have onesies for you, they're gonna have blankets and swaddles, they're gonna have beanies, they are going to have the diapers and the wipes for you, they're gonna have butt creams, they're gonna have baby wash, they're gonna have the little cradle cap scrubber. Like, they literally have everything for the baby. And not only do they provide all that stuff for y'all, they also are going to let you take all of that home. So you don't need to pack a whole lot for baby except for the things that you want. So again, using my little storage thing here, this one's just for baby boy. This first one I'm going to show y'all, this beanie. Oh, I love this thing, y'all. I will have it linked down below. It's from this really cute Etsy shop. It's handmade and it is so cute, and it comes in different colors, but it is perfect for newborn and going home outfit and that whole thing. Since I'm having a boy, you need to bring beanies, okay? You're gonna need beanies. I am not a fan of baby hats. A beanie and a baby hat are totally different things, y'all. I don't like the ones with the knots on them. I don't like the little caps. I want a beanie, like a slouchy beanie or a knitted beanie. To me, for one, they're gonna be able to wear those a lot longer time. Number two, they're way cuter and they come in way better colors. So the first one I'm gonna show y'all is his little newborn beanie that he will probably go home in and take pictures in. And this is that knitted one that I was just talking about from this super sweet Etsy shop. It says Hello World on it in this really pretty like suede leather. And this I think is the linen color that she used, but look at how tiny, y'all. Oh, so cute. I can't wait to put this on him. But again, like I said, it comes in other colors as well, and I will have the shop link down below and her Instagram. If you're on Instagram, check her out. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's so cute. I can't wait to put this on him and take pictures. So this is going to be one of my going home outfits and beanies on my checklist. Next thing, I would recommend bringing at least 2 extra beanies with you that you like. So I have one here that's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit bigger because this is a 0 to 8 month. This is from Little Bipsy, and I love this rust color. It was actually out of stock, and then I found out that they came back in stock, and I grabbed it as quick as I could because I love this color. And then, like I said, it's a 0 to 8 month. So it may be a little big on him now, but I can always, you know, fold it up or have it more of like a slouchy look. And then he'll be able to wear this quite a long time. And again, it's perfect for the fall and winter months because of the material and the thickness to it. And then this one I got in a pack of 4 from Amazon. It's a little bit thinner, still stretchy. This is just their plain white one. And this is the 0 to 3 month. So again, if it's too big, I can fold it up if I need to. I can keep it slouchy if I want to. But this came in a 4-pack. It had black, gray, white, and then like a black and white stripe. So I'm bringing the white one with me. So like I said, 3 beanies. I've got his cutesy like picture one, going home outfit one, and then a thicker one and a thinner one. I also want to say this, because I'm having a boy, obviously I'm bringing beanies. If you have a girl, or if you're having a girl, I would recommend getting a turban. Of course, the bows, the big bows are super cute, but it doesn't cover their whole head. And that's what you need. You need something to cover their whole head because the heat is gonna escape from their body quicker that way. That's how they regulate newborn baby's temperature, is with a hat on. So if you have a girl and you want it to look cute and pretty, get you some really cute turbans. They're gonna be stretchy like these beanies. And then of course they're gonna either have the knot or like the ragabun or whatever they call it. And then you can get it in tons of different colors and patterns and florals, whatever you want to match their outfits. I think that is super cute. So if you're having a girl, bring 3 of those turbans, and if you're having a boy, bring 3 beanies. Next on the list is a knotted gown. Now this is the knotted gown that I have from Me Be Baby, and they come in one size. It's mainly just for newborns, but this one is just their neutral color, and you can see how long it is. And then this is open, so it's easy for you to change baby without having to take it all off of their body. You're just pulling it up over their legs, you know, changing their diaper, putting it back over their legs and tying a knot. And then it comes with the little flip here, so you can flip this over their hands. And I love this one because it's ribbed, and it also has the buttons down the front. Y'all, it's just so cute. And I love the neutral colors, y'all. So I'm all about neutral with this baby. But it's really good to have, so definitely have at least one knotted gown on hand. Next is gonna be the footed sleeper. This is probably what your baby is going to live in for the first like week or 2 of their life, just because it's the easiest thing. This is the first thing I ever ordered for this baby boy. So this is in the newborn size from Spearmint Love. Again, just a neutral color. This one does have the buttons. I recommend the zipper because the zipper is just easier, especially if you're tired. But at the time that I wanted this color, they didn't have the zipper in stock, so I just got the snaps. And it does, again, because it's the newborn size, it has the little mitten things that you fold over here. It goes over baby's hand. Footed, so you don't have to worry about their feet being out and being cold. I definitely recommend having at least one of these. Next thing is gonna be the kimono onesie. These are great to have. This is the kimono onesie I got. This one is from H&M. It came in a 2-pack, and it was this like brownish color, and then the other color is like that cream color that I just showed y'all. The great thing about the kimono onesies is that it opens totally in the front, as you can see with the buttons. So it comes all the way off of their body instead of having to pull it over their head. And when they're newborns, they're so curled up, it's really hard to try to get everything on over their head and then get their arm through the armholes. So this way is a little bit easier to deal with that. And then to go with that, I also recommend getting some baby joggers or footed joggers. These do not have the feet on them. These are also from H&M, and they did also come in a 2-pack. And both of these I bought in newborn size. And these actually, both of these actually, they look kind of big, but I'm okay with that because I don't know for sure how big my baby is gonna be. Sometimes, you know, they may come out and they're so tiny the newborn stuff is still too big on them. And then some of them come out and the newborn stuff fits perfectly, or they're almost already into 0 to 3 months. It just depends. So I'm okay with these being a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna bring them anyways, just in case. So like I said, one kimono onesie, long sleeve, and jogger. And then I threw this one in here. This is not on the checklist. My husband accidentally bought a preemie onesie set, and this is just a plain preemie, or a plain onesie, you know, shorts, regular buttons on the bottom. I just like this color a lot. The little bears are really cute. And I was like, babe, why would you buy a preemie? He was like, I don't know. I just feel like the baby's gonna be so small. So again, I'm not gonna have a preemie. I'm already 39 weeks pregnant, but who knows when baby comes out, if he's really skinny and really tiny, maybe the newborn size is too big on him. So I am gonna bring this just in case. If the other clothes swallow him up, then I have this to put on him. Next thing is gonna be, you wanna bring 2 swaddles with you. So the 2 that I'm bringing one that is more of like that jersey knit stretchy swaddle, which I really like. And then I'm also bringing a muslin swaddle. And I love this one because it has like retro cars on it. Oh, it's so cute. So I'm bringing both of these. I love the muslin ones, but I loved this color, and I also use the stretch ones as well. So one of each for me, but if you're into only this or only the muslin, just bring 2 of those. And then the next thing would be a baby blanket. If you have 2 of these, you probably don't need an extra blanket for your baby. You want to have their really cute new baby blanket that's made just for them for pictures or whatever else. Definitely bring that with you. I do not have mine here because my aunt always makes my baby's blankets and I don't have it yet. And I don't even know if it'll be here before the baby comes, but I am fine with these 2. And then I'm obviously bringing my own extra blanket, so I figured that's plenty for us. But again, like I said, if you want to have baby's blanket, make sure you bring baby's blanket and 2 swaddles. All right, next thing on the list for baby is the binky and the clip for the binky. So this is the Ryan and Rose Passy. This is their stage 1, and the Ryan and Rose cutie clip. I like the mini one because, again, I don't need something super long to wrap around baby by accident. I like the smaller one. And you may or may not need the clip in the hospital, but I already have it together anyway, so I figured I'd just bring it together. And then they're gonna give you a passy in the hospital, and this is the closest thing to the passy that they give you at the hospital. So if you know you've already bought it and you're like, well, I want baby to use this one, then give him this one and see if they like it. Now, obviously, if he doesn't like this, then I'm not gonna force him to take this passy. I'm also not really big on like giving them passies unless I absolutely have to, but they're good to have because some of my kids took them and some of them didn't. So if my baby wants it, then I definitely want to have this on hand. Plus, of course, it goes with all of his outfits. Hello. You want it to look really nice and cute. I'm only bringing 1 passy and 1 clip. I don't think that you need to bring like 2 or 3 different passies unless you're bringing different brands and styles, just to make sure, you know, like let's say he spits this out and you already have a different type of passy with you that you can try out. All of my kids liked this one, the ones that did take a passy, so I don't have any other passies to really give him or to try out. So again, I'm just bringing the one, but you are welcome to bring other kinds if you want to. Next thing is his going home outfit. I do not have his going home outfit. I'm waiting on that to come in, but if you already know what you want your baby to be in, to go home in with the accessories, you know what you want them to wear, you know what you want them to have on their head, then definitely have that packed and ready to go. I just want to let y'all know, a lot of times people buy this really cute stuff and it barely fits the baby on the way home, like swallows them in their car seat. So just be ready for that, because you may bring this really cute outfit, put it on your baby, go to put them in the car seat, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can barely see my baby because the clothes are just like engulfing them, and you may have to change them out of that and put them in something different. So just be ready for that. But just in case, if it does fit, definitely put that going home outfit in there. And then last but not least, and this is optional as well, but I think it's so cute, is either a letter board or those little wooden discs or the little like name tag things that people use to take pictures of when baby's born and they want to announce it to everybody. People have done letter boards next to the baby with like their weight and the date and their name. Or maybe you have a little disc that says hello world, or it says the baby's name on it, and you put it next to them and you take the picture to post and to show family and friends. Or the little name tag I think is really cute. So if you know what you're going to be using and wanting to use in the hospital to take some of those cute little first announcement pictures, definitely make sure that's packed and ready to go. All right, y'all, that is it for my hospital bag checklist. Now, the reason I do not have daddy stuff on here is because most men are going to want to pack their own bag, and I'm not going to sit there and tell my husband what he needs to take with him. Some men pack very minimalist and other men pack their whole life. It just depends. If you are married to somebody that wants you to pack for them, by all means do that, and do it now while you're doing your own bag. But most men, like my husband, is not going to want me to pack his own clothes. He's going to think I forgot something. He's just going to repack it himself. So I do not have a men's hospital bag checklist for you guys for that reason. Like I said, this checklist will be linked down below. It is a free printable for you guys. You can, you know, add things to it if you need to. There will be a space for that. If you have extra things that you know you want to bring that I don't have on here, definitely write those down. But this is a pretty good ultimate checklist for your hospital bag. Like I said, I am on my 4th pregnancy, last and 4th pregnancy. I've been to the hospital now 3 times. I kind of know, you know, what I like and what I used and what I didn't use, and obviously what the hospital provides. So even though this is still quite a few things, like I said, especially with COVID going on, you want to be prepared. You don't want to get there and then realize you forgot half the things that you wish you would have brought or something like that. Definitely be prepared, but at the same time, don't overpack things that you really don't need. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it really helps you out. And I feel like lists for me just make it real. So now that I have my list and I've been packing and I'm putting everything together, It's really hitting me like this is about to happen. We're about to go to the hospital soon. I'm so excited. Making the hospital list, checklist, and putting everything together just brings everything full circle and makes it super exciting. Plus, you know, who doesn't love to shop? So if you realize there's things on there that you need and you have to go shopping for them, hello, everybody loves to shop. Go to Target, you can shop online. It's just fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and keep a lookout because I will have a how to put together and what to put in a breastfeeding basket, postpartum 101, what you need for postpartum, and like TMI things. And I'm also going to have a neutral baby clothing haul video coming. So if any of those things interest you, make sure that you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, and follow me on Instagram because I always talk about when my videos come out on Instagram. So any of those things to make sure you don't miss those videos. I will see y'all on my next one. Bye.